Hi there and welcome to a quick revision talk through from me, the history teacher. In this video I'm talking through content for the Edexcel iGCSE topic of America 1918 to 1941. This video is going to talk you through specification part 3 about the Great Depression. We'll talk about the causes and its impacts, how it affects the economy and society in America in these years. So use this video to revise your knowledge and then take a look at my playlist, my revision guide also if you have it, and you'll find exam questions there to test your skills and develop use of your knowledge as well. So now, let's go and revise the key content. Let's start our revision by talking about the causes of the Great Depression. So firstly, we'll talk about farmers. They've been struggling for a long time due to the global overproduction of food and how this had forced prices to go downwards. This meant American farmers were struggling to pay back their loans taken out, to buy land and expensive equipment, and many farms were going bankrupt. And that meant banks were also losing their money as the loans were not being repaid. Also, companies and factories were overproducing. By the late 1920s, people had bought goods on credit and had no more money left to buy further goods, and yet the factories were still making lots of products. Also, US exports had declined as other countries introduced tariffs against cheap American goods that were flooding their markets. They wanted to protect their own industries and help them grow. This meant that by 1929, companies were performing poorly despite having high share prices. This is clearly going to lead to bank problems on the stock market. We talked about the farmers and we talked about industries and how that's creating some instability for the banks. So the banks then collapse. In 1929, 20 million people in America owned shares. However, by September 1929, some began selling their share investments as they feared companies were not making a profit. Wanted to sell their shares before they lost value and still make a quick buck. By October, a crash developed as people rushed to sell shares. On Black Thursday, 30 million shares were sold, and on Black Tuesday, a further 16 million were sold. Companies lost $8 billion in value. This led to 659 banks collapsing in 1929. One of the problems was margin buyers. These were people who bought shares using loans. They hoped the shares would go up in value. They could pay off the loans and make a quick profit. They were causing instability. Also, businesses were not making profits and farmers were unable to pay their loans. This led to the collapse of these many banks. Let's talk about the impact of the Great Depression on people's lives. First, we've got investors. Now, they lost all their money, had to pay back their loans by selling their possessions. These were often these margin buyers who had taken out a loan and hoped that they could sell their shares and make a profit. Of course, when their shares lost value, they couldn't pay back the loans. So some were even forced to sell homes and were left homeless by this situation. What about workers? Businesses had to cut back or went bankrupt, leaving many factory workers unemployed. So the first thing a business will do when they're not making money is cut back on their workforce. Wages are one of the most expensive things a company pays out. This led to unemployment spreading throughout the wider community as workers often frequented restaurants and bars. They used services. So if lots of people are unemployed in an area, they're not going to go to the shops, restaurants and bars, so they're also going to start closing down. With reduced trade, these services also started to close down. What about factory owners? Well, consumers were not buying goods, which meant factories were overproducing. For example, car sales dropped from 4.5 million in 1927 to 1 million by 1930. This forced factory owners to dismiss workers and reduce production to stay afloat, to stay in business. Bank managers and staff. Well, many lost their jobs as banks collapsed. So literally the staff of the banks are losing their jobs. Banks had to issue huge loans during the 1920s, but did not recover this money after the Wall Street crash. So they were losing huge amounts of money. Also, people withdrew whatever savings remained, leaving the banks with no funds. People would queue up around the street to take all their money out of the bank before the bank collapsed and they lost everything. So by 1933, with all the money coming out of the banks and all the loans failing, 5,000 banks had collapsed. People with savings also losing money. Many middle-class and wealthy individuals had savings deposited in the banks. The banks, however, used these savings to provide loans to others and to invest them. When many of these loans went unpaid or the investments failed, a large number of people lost these savings as the banks collapsed. Farmers are also impacted. Their situation gets even worse. Unable to pay many of the loans taken out for land and farm equipment, many continued to go bankrupt. They're forced to sell their farms and lost all their livelihoods. The rich. Many wealthy people lost their cash savings and their investments lost value. However, they were somewhat protected as many of them owned property as property values remained relatively stable or would go back up over time, they weren't losing out on their main asset. Here's some key facts to consider. So unemployment was 14 million by 1933, which was over 25% of all workers. So Toledo was particularly badly affected as 80% of the workers worked in the car factory which closed down, and by 1932 12,000 people had lost their jobs. Businesses then also, so factory production fell by 45%. By 1932 20,000 companies were going bankrupt every week. International trade dropped from $10 billion in 1929 to just $3 billion by 1932. Homelessness became a real problem. 250,000 people failed to pay their mortgage in 1932, so their home was taken away from them. Thousands ended up homeless, living in what was called Hoovervilles, named after President Hoover, who had failed to help with the Depression. Thousands more became hobos, moving from town to town in search of work. Finally, what about farmers? Well, by 1932, 1 in 20 farms had been evicted. They had closed down. People had been removed from the farms. Overproduction had ruined the soil in many areas and led to the Dust Bowl. Okay, well, I hope you found it useful. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And also, if you haven't got my revision guide or you haven't looked at my playlist, then do take a good look through those. They'll be really useful to help you develop your skills even further. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.